The 71-year-old is a key member of the royal family, paying tribute to the Duke of Edinburgh's legacy in a new BBC documentary. In a clip from the film, shared by the royal family Twitter account, the Princess Royal recalls a sweet moment from her childhood. Anne, the only daughter of Philip and the Queen, described how she and her siblings used to go fishing together while in Scotland. On one particular trip, her father, who died in April aged 99, came to her aid as she struggled to secure a catch. In the clip, she said, "I couldn't catch anything and he said, 'Nonsense, come with me.' And after I had been casting for half an hour he said, 'I see what you mean.'" Anne started laughing as she recalled the exchange. She added, "And I just knew that it was never something that I could do." The BBC documentary had initially been planned to mark the Duke of Edinburgh's 100th birthday. The hour-long film includes interviews with all the children and adult grandchildren of Prince Philip and the Queen. It will also feature testimonies from other royal family members and Prince Philip's long-standing household staff. Her Majesty hasn't been interviewed for the program but has granted unique access to her private Cine film collection. The BBC described the upcoming documentary, saying, "The documentary makers have been inside Buckingham Palace to meet the Duke's long-serving staff and to capture his study, private office and library, exactly as they were during his 7 decades at the heart of royal life." With special access to the Queen's private Cine film collection, this film is an unrivaled portrait of a man with a unique place in royal history, by those who knew him best. Prince Philip, the royal family remembers, will air on Wednesday at 9 p.m. on BBC One. Ahead of the broadcast, the royal households have released a few clips and teasers, including one in which Prince Charles recalled how creative his father could be when organizing games for the children. In a clip released by Clarence House, showing the late Duke chasing Princess Anne on a child's bike, the Prince of Wales said, "He was marvelous at arranging silly games." In the documentary, the future king also opened up on his last conversation with the Duke of Edinburgh. Days before the Duke's death, Prince Charles said to have brought up the topic of Philip's centenary. The Prince of Wales, 72, said, "We're talking about your birthday. We're talking about your birthday and whether there's going to be reception." The future king recalled his father's response, saying, "Well, I've got to be alive for it, haven't I?" To which Charles said to have replied, "First knew you'd say that." Prince William and Kate's Twitter account also built up anticipation ahead of the documentary's broadcast by sharing a brief clip from the film. In it, the Duke of Cambridge acknowledged the full life lived by the Duke of Edinburgh. He said, "All of us are shaped by our experiences. Imagine the experiences that shape. The amount he has seen is not to be